Hey guys, so today I'm going to be trying out a few different exciting products. A lot of people love this brand, of course you can see it by the title. It is about Morphe, and I'm going to be trying out a few different things. I'm going to be trying out the Eyelid Primer, the mini highlighter in Spark, and the mini bronzer in Debutante. So these are some super exciting products. If you want to see how they perform, how they swatch, how much they are, how they apply, pigment, everything I'm going to be explaining in this video, and I hope you guys enjoy, so let's just get right into it. Yeah. Alright guys, so the very first thing we're going to try out is this bronzer, and it is in the shade Debutante. Sorry, it was upside down. It looks like this. I'm going to do a little swatch for you before we get started. It's kind of like it's actually a really nice color. That's what it looks like. It's pretty good. It looks kind of dark in the pan, but honestly it's not. It's like literally the perfect medium shade. I'll put how much they are on the screen here. I'm going to try it with two different brushes. I'm going to try it with this crown brush. Yeah, it's just a crown bronzer brush. It doesn't really have a name to it. And then the Real Techniques, I can't talk today. Real Techniques contour brush. So this one is a little bit of a pointier tip, whereas this is more of like a flatter tip. They look like this. So on the right side of my face I'll use the crown brush, and on the left side I'll use Real Techniques. I really don't know if I was recording that entire time. I don't think I was, I'm really sorry. But this is super duper pigmented. I actually had to like tap some off at the top of my lid because it was so pigmented. I'll show you with the other brush. And I just start at the top of my ear and I move in towards the outer corner of my mouth, and I use circles blend. So I go straight at first, back and forth, just to get that shape that I want, and then I go in circles to blend it out so it's not such a muddy, harsh line. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of this. You'll see right now how pigmented this is. Like, it's pigmented. And I'm just going to take some at the top of my forehead because I have a pretty big forehead. And it's not like super crazy, but big enough to need to get some bronzer up here and make it appear a little bit smaller. This one doesn't seem to pick it up as well. Honestly, my face kind of has like a natural bronzer to it, but I don't have any bronzer on. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to the inner corner, and I'm going in straight lines and then in circles. And again, this is super pigmented, so be super careful. Okay, I feel like because this is so pigmented, it actually like spreads like crazy if you use a less dense brush, because that's causing it to spread more. So I don't know. I kind of like both. I guess it just depends what look I'm going for. I don't know why, but I always have like the hardest time I don't know why, but I always have like the hardest time blending out my forehead. I don't know what it is. And it's like, what's really weird is like I have a hard time, like when I do, because I do freelance too. When I do freelance job, I also have like a hard time blending out other people's foreheads. I don't know, but like me and foreheads like just don't get along. I don't know why. But anyways, so this side is the one that I used with the Real Techniques. And then this side is the one that I used with the crown brush. Now the crown brush I feel like didn't blend out as well, but it definitely kept the product where I wanted it. So like I super appreciate that. But you can totally build this because it's so blendable. Like the formula is pigmented, but it's also blendable. So I appreciate that. I think a lot of times we get too caught up in pigment, but we never even think about, is it blendable? Because that's super important. So make sure it's blendable and not just pigmented. Alright, so the next thing we are going to move on to is the highlighter in the color Spark. So this one I'm also going to swatch. I would say it's like a champagne color. So that's what Spark looks like. It is super duper pretty. So on the right side of my face, I'm going to apply it with this Morphe brush and the M510, best highlighting brush in the world. And on the left side, I'm going to use a beauty blender. Honestly though, you don't even need a beauty blender for this. Hello. I just put it on the high point of my cheeks, and I just do like little circular motions, like little rubbing motions, and I go up towards the temples. Like honestly though, like I'm really digging this. Super digging this. I actually have a highlighting palette that they did with Bretton Rock that I like adore, honestly. It is one of my best highlighting palettes and highlighters that I own. So, go more. I'm nervous about the beauty blender. Oh, but honestly though, guys. Oh. The beauty blender is always better. Always. So this is the side with the brush. It looks pretty good. And then this is the side with the beauty blender, which I love even. Honestly, I super adore this. Then I'm going to just use my finger for my nose to see how all that works. Honestly, I love that too. Yeah, this looks super duper pretty. I love it. I will also put the price for this hopefully on the screen, and if not, down below, and I'll also link it down below so you can buy your own. But I love that too. Now next I'm going to use their eyelid primer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use it on my right eye but not on my left eye because I want to see how well this actually performs. So I'm going to apply it to my right eye. I'm going to use, of course, some Morphe shadows because this is a Morphe video. I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just going to do a really super simple look but try different colors to see how pigmented and how long this will actually stay. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I actually noticed is that it's like a tan color. So I wonder if that's like, it's actually like pigmented or if it's just coming out like that. It is kind of tacky, so that's really good because tacky means that your eyeshadows are going to stick to it. I actually love the tackiness of this. I don't think I've ever felt like a super tacky. This is not like semi-tacky, this is like really tacky. But it's easily blended out. And I'm just going to take a nude shadow from the Jaclyn palette and just pat that over this. Honestly though, like, it does definitely have a little bit of pigment to it, because like look at this eye compared to this one. Like I think it brightens it up a little bit, which is awesome. I would not complain about brightening up my eye. So, alright, so let's do a couple different shadows. I want to kind of keep it neutral because I'm wearing green right now and my hair is also crazy, so I don't want to get too crazy with colors. I'm just going to go in with a couple different colors. Let's see here. I'll do this light brown. So I would say the shadows actually do like stick a little bit better to when I'm blending them. They still blend, but they don't lose the pigment. So this is the eye that I did the eye primer on, and I think they blend a little bit better. So that is the first thing that I noticed. And you don't need a lot of eye primer, even though it's such a little tube. It's like really like, it goes a long way, so you don't need a lot of it. Next I'm going to go into like the champagne color. I'm just going to pop that right on the inner corner, but still on the lid. I'm picking up a generous amount. Okay, yeah. I had to pick up a littler mirror so I can actually see what's happening. So again, honestly, I feel like it's just that thing where it stays pigmented while I'm blending, which makes the overall look better. So that's something I appreciate right away. The next color I'm going to do is, let's go with like this bronzy color for the outer corner. I'm going to start with this side without the primer. I'm going to pat and then blend. That way it gives it a little bit more pigmentation to it. And I'm going to do the same to the other eye. I'm going to pat first and then blend. That way the color just sets, but then after it sets, it blends. Like, honestly, I don't know if you guys can tell. Maybe I'll zoom you guys in a little bit, because honest to God, like, the way that this is, like, the pigment is staying on this versus this is crazy. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. Okay, so now you guys are zoomed in a little bit. You can see clearer. This one definitely has more pigment to it as I'm blending, versus this one doesn't hold as much pigment. So you can definitely tell that it like blends better and holds pigment better as I'm blending. I'm going to take a little bit of a darker brown and I'm going to put this directly in the crease. I'm going to start with the non-primer side. This is my non-primer side. And I just want to keep this in the crease and keep blending. I'm going to try and concentrate this inside of my crease, and then once I feel that all the color is there, I'm just gonna start blending upwards. Honestly, that was a lot. It was a lot of shadow. So I'm just going to blend. So I can also tell a little bit of difference. So you can see how like rounded this one is versus how like blended it went, because it's actually sticking to the primer and not moving too far up. So you can tell that the color didn't carry like super far away. So that's awesome. But I don't like how it didn't taper as well. I don't know, like, if that was probably a me thing. It didn't taper as well. But yeah, I definitely like this eye better than this one. It just blends better. It's not as crazy. I'm gonna go in with a different brush with no product. Actually, I'm gonna go in with like a little bit of the light shade and try to fix this one. But you can tell the difference for sure. So this one is the one with primer. It blended a whole lot better than this one without the primer. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I super adore how it turned out. I love all the product I tried today actually. I like all of them like a lot, and I honestly am so surprised because I've always only used their eyeshadows and I thought they were always just a company that had good eyeshadows, but I kind of want to try out more than just these. But these are the things I tried out today, and of course I'm going to put prices and links in the description bar, and I will let you know by the end of the night how this eyelid primer performed throughout the night as far as long lasting, and I will put that in the description box or on the screen, one of the two. That way you guys know how it actually lasted as far as the formula goes. So I'm super excited about that. I am adoring these, and especially since these two are minis. I don't go through things fast, so I like minis like this. And honestly, these are pretty big for minis. Like, they're pretty big for minis. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe for more and give it a thumbs up. And I'm gonna try some more stuff in the future. You know what I mean? And I'll let you guys know how I like it.